Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Fit for This Journey. Today's class is going to be all about the legs. It's for my sister, so here we go. Let's start out at the front of your mat, feet together. Inhale, sweep arms out and up, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out through the top of your head. Exhale, step back, hands to the mat. Hold plank here, pull in your belly, and then slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, lift up for cobra, pull shoulder blades together, and then push back into child's pose just for a second. Forehead to the mat. Take a breath in, inhale. Exhale. And push up into tabletop, stacking feet or hips over knees and shoulders over wrists. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, curl your spine away. And then come back to that neutral tabletop position. Extend your right foot out behind you. Slightly inwardly rotate. And then left arm reaches out. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, curl it in and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Switching to the other side, push through your left heel. Extend your right arm out. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. One more. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return back to that tabletop position. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Now maybe your feet are, or heels rather, are off the mat and your knees are bent, or maybe you try to work them down to the mat. Just push your chest towards your thighs a little bit more. And then inhale, come up on the balls of your feet. Exhale, heels to the side. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, heels to the other side. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, heels to the mat. And then look between your hands, bend your knees deep, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, circle arms out and up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands by your sides. Let's go again. Inhale, circle arms up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, step back to plank. Lower all the way onto your belly or lower halfway, and then inhale, lift up for cobra or up dog. Exhale, roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Take a breath here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale your right foot up, bend your knees, stack your hips, open up. Inhale, back up to 3-point. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, step your foot through. Low lunge on this side. Drop down to your left knee. Untuck your left toes. Stack your right knee over your right ankle. You can shift your weight forward. You should feel the stretch in the front of your left hip. Now you can stay with hands grounded. You can place hands on top of your knee, or you can sweep arms up, your choice. If your hands are off the mat, take your hands back down to the mat. Shift back into half splits, maybe heel toe that right foot forward a little bit. Flex your right toes towards your face, and then inhale, find length. Exhale, fold down. Now, there's always a great option to have some blocks here, maybe a couch, maybe a hearth to help you if you need to bring the floor a little bit closer to you. Just keep flexing your right toes towards your face, engaging your right quad to protect your knee. Keep breathing here. And bend back into that low lunge. Come up onto the ball of your left foot so that you're in a runner's stance. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lift arms up. Sink lower. And then exhale, hands to the mat. Maybe hop in just a little bit. Come down onto the heel of your back foot so that it's at a 45. Straighten your front leg. Right hand comes inside of your right foot. Left arm reaches up for triangle pose. Now you don't want to be dumping into your hand here, so maybe you just try to lift up. But maybe hand is on the floor, hand is on your ankle, hand is on your shin. Lots of options. First two fingers grab your big toes, another option. And exhale, release hands to the mat. Now, come onto the ball of your left foot. Step your left foot behind your right for a sciatic stretch. So deep bend in that front right knee, head drops down. You can walk hands over to the right for more of a stretch. Walk hands back through center. Inhale, halfway lift, unwind. Exhale, step back to plank and lower halfway or less or all the way onto the ground. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Switching to the other side, left leg lifts up, bend your knees, stack your hips, open up. Best effort for heel to glute. And then inhale, back to 3-point, exhale, knee to nose, cheetah. Inhale, lift up, exhale, step through. And low lunge on the left, drop down to your right knee, untuck your right toes, hands stay grounded on top of your knee, or you can sweep arms up, your choice. You go somewhere and you don't like it, just back out, no big deal. If your hands are lifted, hands back down to the mat, shift back into low lunge, flex your left toes towards your face. Engage your left knee slightly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, halfway lift. Deepen in your left knee. Tuck your left toe or right toes under rather. Drop up onto that knee so that you're in that runner's lunge. Inhale, look out. Exhale, pause. And inhale, lift all the way up into crescent lunge. Chest up, deep bend in that front knee. High on the ball of your back foot. Sink a little lower. Exhale, hands to the mat. Drop down onto the outer blade of your back right foot. Straighten your front leg. And inhale up for triangle on this side. Again, use a block. Use the ground. Just make sure you're engaging your core and that your shoulders are stacking. And release that. Come back onto the ball of your right foot. Step that right foot behind your left, deep bend and your left knee. Drop your head down. Walk hands over to the left if you'd like to deepen. And walk hands back around. Unwind your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle arms out and up. Reach up, maybe a back bend at the top. Exhale, hands down by your sides. Hi, boy. Hi, Taster. All right, bend your right knee behind you. So maybe just for a quad stretch. Left hand can go on your hip. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. So you can stop here. This is just a preparation pose for dancer. Really want a strong left leg. So again, you can stay here or start to tip back, leaning forward, lifting up. You can take your left hand out and keep lifting and leaning. Look at something non-moving to help with balance. And release that, switching to the other side. Deep bend, getting that quad stretch on the left side, stretching out. And then you can start to tip back. And kick through your foot into your hand, stretching out your shoulder at the same time. If you fall out, no big deal, just come back in. And release that. Chair pose. Inhale, circle arms up. Look at your fingers, sink hips down. Maybe hands at prayer at heart center. Just keep sinking low by pushing your hips back, not by dumping your knees forward. Push your hips back, sink down. Just a few more breaths. You guys got this. One more, maybe two more. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, heel toe feet out about hips width or maybe a little bit wider. First two fingers, grab your big toes, and then inhale, lift out. Exhale, fold down, dropping your head and neck. Using your biceps to pull you just a little bit more. Shift a little weight into toes. And inhale, halfway lift, release your hands. And then we're going to come back into a chair pose. So heel toe feet back together, bend your knees deep, sweep arms up. Come on to your toes and slowly lower down. Like you're going down on a very slow elevator, maybe slower than my elevator. And then when you come down, just try to stay squatted here. Find a little balance, a little strength in your ankles, calves, squeezing legs together. And then just pop back and have a seat. We're going to take hero's pose. I recommend a block or take one leg at a time. But we're going to take both legs and I'm going to sit up on a block. So you just sit up on a block and bend your legs back so that the tops of your feet are on the mat. Knees can be together or separate. And you can hang out here. And again, if your knees are screaming at you, that's a sign to maybe raise your block up a little bit. No big deal there. Or straighten one leg and do one leg at a time. It's a little less intense. And just keep breathing here. Try to stack shoulders over hips. And if you don't have a block, you can always grab a chair or a cushion or something to use. And then you might also find that as you sit in this pose a little bit longer, you can feel your knees opening up. And maybe you can release the block completely. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. And then just shift your weight forward. Cross your ankles. Rock over your heels and make your way onto your back. And just pull one knee at a time. So pull in your right knee, give it a little squeeze. Circles in one direction and then the other. And then switch to the other side. Pull your left knee into your chest. Circles in one direction and then the other. And then taking pigeon on your back. So cross your right ankle over your left thigh. You can stay here and just gently guide your knee out to the side. Flex your right toes towards your knee for stabilization. Or you can grab behind your thigh or on top of your shin. Release your legs if you have them. Cross your right leg over your left, so you're sitting cross-legged or like eagle legs. Drop your knees over to the right or to the left. Your right arm and goes out to the right. Gaze to the right for a spinal twist. And pull your knees back in through center, unwind, switching to the other side. So left ankle crosses over your right thigh, flex your left toes towards your face. Stay here, guiding your knee out, or grab behind your right thigh, pulling your knees in closer. Just make sure you continue to flex your left toes towards your knee. It helps with stabilization of that knee. And release that. Cross your legs over. Drop your legs to the left, right rather, and gaze an arm to the left. And pull knees back through center. Give them a squeeze. And then take happy baby. So happy baby can be grabbing behind your thighs and then just pulling your hips out to the side. Just try to flex your heels towards the ceiling like you're trying to stamp little footprints on the ceiling. Or you can reach inside your legs to the outer blades of your feet and pull down. And rock side to side if that helps release your lower back a little bit. And then find some stillness and try to work your shoulders to the mat and your tailbone to the mat. And then bring feet together for a bit of a butterfly pose on your back. And then release down and prepare for final rest. So extend legs out long, arms down by your sides. Maybe you push into your forehead, releasing your shoulder blades. And just relax. Let your feet flop out wide. Let's take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. Last time, make it a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Take final rest. You can stay in this posture for as long as you'd like. I'll probably hold this here for just about a minute for the video, but feel free to continue to stay here. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. Take rest. Start to deepen your breath without moving a muscle. Fill up your belly with air and then release it back out. Start to wiggle fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles. Pull your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. And then rock up into a seated position. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like any other videos, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll make them for next time. Alright, thanks guys. Again, this is Fit for This Journey, and I'm Hillary.